In a world driven by fleeting desires and emotional impulses, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a path to self-mastery, virtue, and ethical conduct. When it comes to relationships and intimacy, Stoicism teaches us that true fulfillment lies not in manipulation or mere physical pleasure, but in understanding, respect, and rational decision-making. This discussion is not about coercion or trickery, but about fostering a connection built on mutual respect, virtue, and emotional intelligence. A healthy and meaningful relationship does not stem from mind games or psychological manipulation, but from genuine affection, mutual understanding, and shared values. Let's explore the Stoic approach to forming deep, meaningful relationships and how psychological principles can guide us toward authentic intimacy that benefits both partners equally. 1. Desire versus rational control is mastering the self before seeking others. Stoicism teaches that human beings are often controlled by their desires, yet true wisdom comes from mastering them. Epictetus reminds us that external pleasures, whether wealth, status, or physical gratification, are beyond our control. What truly matters is our inner virtue and ability to govern our impulses. If you approach intimacy with the mindset of "how can I get what I want," you are being led by unchecked desires rather than reason. Instead of focusing on how to make a woman agree to sex, shift the focus to understanding her needs, desires, and comfort level. True connection comes from shared experiences and trust, not from trying to convince someone to fulfill your own desires. A wise person does not impose their will but fosters an environment where both individuals naturally desire closeness on their own terms. Moreover, the pursuit of mere physical gratification without emotional depth often leads to dissatisfaction. As Stoics believe, happiness is found in virtue, not indulgence. If you build a relationship on honesty, integrity, and mutual care, intimacy will follow naturally without force or persuasion. 2. The role of respect and consent of the Stoics' ethical approach to intimacy. Marcus Aurelius emphasized treating others with fairness, kindness, and respect. In the context of intimacy, this means respecting a woman's autonomy, emotions, and personal choices. Consent is not a hurdle to be overcome, but the foundation upon which any meaningful connection is built. Many psychological studies reinforce the idea that women, like all people, seek emotional security and trust before engaging in physical intimacy. When a woman feels valued, understood, and safe, she is more likely to open up emotionally and physically. Manipulation and pressure, on the other hand, erode trust and diminish genuine desire. A Stoic man understands that coercion is not only unethical, but also counterproductive to forming real, lasting relationships. Respect means listening, genuinely listening, not just to words, but to body language, emotional cues, and unspoken boundaries. A man who respects a woman's feelings will never push beyond what she is comfortable with, but will instead create a space where she feels safe enough to make her own choices freely. 3. Emotional intelligence and attraction, the key to meaningful relationships. Seneca taught that wisdom comes from understanding emotions, not just controlling one's own but recognizing and respecting the emotions of others. Emotional intelligence is an essential factor in attraction and connection. Rather than looking for tricks to persuade someone into intimacy, focus on developing the traits that make you a strong, confident, and emotionally intelligent partner. This means understanding and respecting emotions rather than trying to manipulate them. Being patient and allowing attraction to develop naturally. Communicating openly and honestly without fear of vulnerability. Showing empathy and attentiveness to a woman's needs and desires. Women, like men, seek partners who make them feel valued, respected, and emotionally connected. Instead of using strategies to win sex, focus on cultivating a personality that naturally attracts people through warmth, authenticity, and strong character. 4. Virtue as the highest form of attraction, becoming the best version of yourself. The Stoics believed that virtue, composed of courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance, was the highest good. In the realm of relationships, a man who embodies these virtues becomes naturally attractive. A man of integrity, confidence, and self-discipline stands out because he does not chase, beg, or manipulate, he simply is. When you cultivate inner strength and personal growth, you will naturally attract meaningful relationships. Women, and people in general, are drawn to those who exhibit strong character, wisdom, and emotional stability rather than those who seek to manipulate or pressure them. If your goal is to become a desirable partner, then work on yourself first. Develop a strong moral compass, nurture emotional resilience, and maintain a balanced life. The more you embody these qualities, the more naturally intimacy and deeper connections will come to you. 5. The power of patience and detachment, letting go of the outcome. Epictetus advised detachment from outcomes we cannot control. This means that rather than obsessing over whether a woman agrees to sex, one should focus on the overall process of connection. Patience is essential in all aspects of life, including relationships. A relaxed mindset allows relationships to develop organically, free from pressure and expectation. The most meaningful connections are those that grow naturally over time. When you let go of the need to force intimacy and instead focus on enjoying companionship, attraction often follows effortlessly. By practicing detachment from the outcome, you free yourself from anxiety and desperation, two traits that are highly unattractive. Instead, you cultivate confidence, ease, and a mindset that is attractive in itself. 6. Self-respect and boundaries, valuing your own worth. Stoicism also teaches self-respect. A Stoic man does not beg for attention, chase affection, or compromise his values for the sake of validation. He understands that his worth is not determined by whether or not a woman agrees to be intimate with him. By maintaining your own boundaries and self-worth, you set a standard for how you should be treated. This confidence and self-respect are often the very qualities that make you more attractive to others. People gravitate toward those who know their worth and who do not seek approval from external sources. Conclusion: the path to authentic connection. True intimacy is not achieved through tricks, persuasion, or manipulation, but through the embodiment of virtue, respect, and emotional intelligence. A Stoic man does not chase fleeting pleasures, but seeks meaningful relationships rooted in mutual consent and deep understanding. By cultivating self-mastery, patience, and wisdom, one naturally attracts authentic connections, ones where intimacy becomes a natural extension of mutual appreciation rather than a goal to be conquered. In the end, the greatest secret is that there are no shortcuts to genuine connection, only the path of virtue, respect, and personal growth. A wise man does not ask, "How can I get what I want?" but rather, "How can I become the best version of myself so that meaningful relationships follow naturally?" The answer lies not in external tactics, but in the internal work of self-improvement. That is the true path to lasting attraction and deep connection.